Welcome to the first episode ever of the Poetry as Usual podcast. We are the Dope Poets, and I am one of your hosts, Imani. Man, we got the whole crew here. Who we got?
Co-host Storyteller Gordon, dopest in Brooklyn. What up?
Yeah.
Co-host Quinc. Y'all already know the vibes.
Coach Jerome Heka. Peace.
Strong.
World's strongest poet.
Word.
Y'all, we here, man. So we've been talking about this podcast for a very long time.
Yeah.
And we finally making it happen. I want to start off by saying this. We are all a dope collective of poets.
True.
One of our dear friends who's not here, Lady K, whenever we were talking about this podcast finally happened, she, in a real kind of a way, asked us the question, what makes y'all credible to have this podcast? Why are we having this podcast? Like, what's our why? What's our reason? So let's pop it off there.
My answer to Lady K is first off, why not? Like, why not us? These conversations are already happening in back rooms after the mic is open. And a lot of people will throw rocks and hide their hands. I'm not afraid to put my face to said opinion. But also in New York, we're all curators. We've all been performing for a long time. We host open mics. We know what's going on the scene. I think most of us are pretty respected by our peers. Yeah. So we can bring these conversations to the forefront.
Yeah.
Everything Gordon said. Like, we've been performing for years. We did our bones. We done had big shows, curated some good shows. That's why we have the right to talk about what we're going to talk about. And like Gordon said, none of us are afraid to talk about anything on camera. And yeah.
Word is bond. I want to echo what they said. And also, shut me up if you want to. You feel what I'm saying?
That's
word.
Yeah, how about that? How about that?
How about that? Word.
I say that now, but you don't understand. There is a society of people that does not want men to have podcasts. That thinks that podcasting is oversaturated. Like, whoa, another group of men with some podcast mics in front of them. So, I know you say you inviting the smoke, but the smoke may come.
It's gonna come, yeah.
And that's okay. And I would like to say, I want to address that too. We do have women in our collective too. They just not on this first episode. So shout out to Brittany Barker, who cannot be here today, and Lady K, who cannot be here today. This isn't just going to be a boys club.
Right. And shout out to our brother King Camayera.
King Camayera also cannot be here today, but it's not just a boys club.
Right.
I also feel like what we're talking about is safer for the men's podcast. You know what I mean? Like men with mics, you know what I'm saying? Hold it down. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
But we're not bashing women or nothing, or spreading hateful rhetoric.
That's true.
But we will call, I can't curse, right? We will call y'all poets whack if y'all are whack.
Oh yeah, for sure.
we gonna put some scouting reports out, but facts. It ain't no red pill community shit.
That facts. And I'm gonna wrap it up with this one, right? Poetry it's a niche space.
Yeah.
If who else is doing this? Right. If someone else was doing this, probably I would just watch and tune in and offer my opinion to that. But I don't see a lot of poetry podcasts with them talking about what's actually going on. I see the forums, I see the Facebook groups and everything like that. I don't know who these people are who get bold in comment sections, and then when they outside, I don't know how they're having that opinion. But I ain't afraid to say it and stand on it.
Right. I add two things too. I feel like it wasn't like we just are men or we are a group that want to have a podcast. It's more so we have all these conversations behind the door, and they're relevant to everybody who's a poet, and they need to hear. Like, we talk about curating and what it's like to pay people who are going to be on your show. How do you handle someone who says they're going to be on your show and then doesn't show up to the show? How do you handle
about it?
Yeah, like there are things we need to be talking about. How do you handle paying somebody? And how does that compare between someone who's a first-year poet versus someone who's more seasoned? Like, these are real conversations that curators need to have, that poets need to be invited to. So, number one, it's we're not just having a podcast to have a podcast. We have these conversations routinely, and they apply to every poet, really every artist that's out there.
Yeah,
it's culture,
and everywhere too. Because the same issue, we all based in New York, but the same conversation is being had in Baltimore. The same conversation is being had in Houston, Midwest, everywhere, especially in the poetry community. Community. The air quotes on that.
Yeah,
exactly. So if anybody wonders why we're having this podcast, we just want to carry the conversations that we have behind closed doors and have them authentically, without filter, and invite everybody else.
And we want y'all in the comment section. If y'all disagree with us, agree with us, or have a different point of view,
right,
please get involved so we could come to the next pod and talk about it.
Yeah.
And it builds from there, and then hopefully something could change in the community for the positive.
Word.
So this is episode 1, meaning we're going to have many more episodes with many things to talk about, so we're not going to cover everything in one episode.
Yeah.
But I think as a great introductory topic is our feelings and thoughts about the current culture and status of poetry right now, whether it be New York or across the globe.
Just period, yeah.
Yeah. So how y'all feel about poetry right now? And like I feel like we got people here who've been involved in poetry for many years. We got folks who, you know, a little newer. So I'm curious to hear everybody's thoughts.
I like it right now. Really, from what I'm hearing, like a skill level standpoint, like we had like an influx of like a good 30 poets who like maybe 25 are mad nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shout out to modern poets and, you know, everybody.
Shout out to modern poets.
You know what I'm saying?
Stage, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm feeling where the evolution of the art form is going. You know, like I feel like we talk a lot about trauma induced poetry, like in regards to slam, but like now we're in a space where it's like the showcases and the open mics are sharing space with the slammers, and the content is changing. Yeah, you know, I feel like the prompts and stuff are evolving, so I appreciate that.
Word.
Yeah, I've been doing in the city. I've been doing poetry probably since like 2022.
Okay.
2023 is like when I decided to do a show every week to like get my stuff up and all that. I like the culture, and I see it's always like new poets coming, and I feel like they are doing their thing. So I think it's in a good space. Shout out to Lainey. Didn't she say she was gonna do a show with Aja Monet or something like that? Like that's like, you know, that's like a big deal. So, you know, that's a new poet. I hope that wasn't disrespectful or anything. That's a new poet as far as I see. And she's been killing.
Nice as fuck.
And like, I think that shit is dope. We keep doing that, so.
Yeah, a lot of eyes on the art form right now. We got category in the Grammys. So now I think there's a lot of eyes on spoken word and what it means. There's big national platforms. The national platforms are getting bigger. Every week or so, there's a new poet, which is probably one of our peers, going viral, millions of views on some kind of post. So there's a lot of eyes on what this culture looks like from the outside, but the politics on the inside is what we doing this podcast for. Right. So I think that a lot of people are privy to the art form, but not a lot of people understand the politics. I think the art is in an amazing space, but I think it's also in a space where like we're becoming very aware of what some of the issues are. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I wonder. That's why I can't wait to have someone who is part of the older era of poetry here. But like, I've spoken to many poets that were nameless, but they talk about how toxic the community was back when they was on the scene back in 2015, 2014, even before that. And
you could give us a hint of who the people were?
I'll let them come in and
because it's sickly.
Yeah, exactly. But I do want to ask y'all, do y'all think that the community that we have is pure and without toxicity, or do you think that there is?
Hell no.
No, I think it's still some shady ass people out there, and like I feel like in this space you shouldn't be shady because like we all trying to propel this little thing of ours we do. Yeah. But it's some weirdos out there, some corns, but you know, like you said, I ain't gonna say nobody's name, but you niggas know who you are. Facts. I'm gonna stop being conservative for the rest of this part.
Be real, brother.
I bet, cause y'all niggas be fucking weird.
I agree. Word. But I want to see us get to a space where like we could talk shit out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if not, you know what I mean, very, very respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Put gloves on, nobody got to see it, you feel me? Go to a backyard. Word.
This nigga want to fight people.
You know, respectfully, you
like
know?
Black belt ass nigga.
Word. There's no such thing as a pure community.
Never.
That's impossible.
I agree.
And part of the reason this is poetry as usual is the politics of it. You know, politics is that there's a limited amount of resources and an infinite demand for those resources. Yeah. And in that becomes, you know, that's going to create conflict. I think it's weird that they call this a poetry community and not a poetry business, which is why we run into a lot of the issues we run into. People expect there to be this like communal aspect to this art form in particular.
Right.
You know, there's the hip hop community and then there's the rap business.
Yeah.
Right. I'm a part of the hip hop community.
Right.
I'm not a part of the rap business.
That's a fact.
So like I think that we in the poetry quote unquote community, you gotta find who you create community with and leave your community at that. Don't think that everybody owes you community because they don't.
Talk that shit, Gordon.
Yeah. Also, I wonder what it means to be part of the poetry community. Because like when you think that word, you think that like there's a real like camaraderie between all the poets. Like they show up to everybody's show, no matter what they're performing or not. And what I realize is like the community really is just the people who perform often. Right. Like so I know mad poets that I see often at open mics when we're all trying to perform. Yeah. I don't really see them at my shows. I don't always go to their shows. So like I wonder if this word community is really false. It gives like a false notion that everybody's really friendly, supporting.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. If it's only community when you could get on the mic, that's not community.
That's not community.
You're not showing up to nobody's showcase. You're not showing up to anybody's big show. If you can't get on the mic, you bitter.
Right.
That's not community.
Right.
You out here just serving yourself.
Yeah.
And that's okay, but say that.
Yeah.
Say you are about your business.
Right.
And that's okay to be about your business too. But then you can't say, what about the community? But you always trying to sell me something. I'm always supposed to support you. Right. But when someone else have a show, you not there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I also want to address that I hear often people like, this community is whack, this community is weird and this and that. And I'm like, yo, you go into any community, like what if we were chess players? You know what I'm saying? Like you put people around each other, you're going to have the same common issues. You don't agree with each other, may not like somebody, this person stink, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like it's not just poetry community if you ask me.
Yo, who stink though?
Word, who stink? Word.
I could name one or two.
Oh, no name. I think I know. But.
All right, so let's break down the different facets of the poetry community. So we got the open mic, you got the slam scene, we got the showcase scene. Am I missing something?
The workshop.
The workshop.
I was about to say the workshops.
Which of these do y'all see as thriving, and which of these do y'all want to see more of?
Thriving right now, I think, is the slams. I think slams will always thrive. I think it's the most competitive culture, and people like to see competition.
Right.
I think also thriving is the showcase scene. You got big platforms. And because of that, whether it's Words, Wings, One in DC, or Pure Poetry, or Poetry Me Please, or all these other platforms, that's the performance showcases. I think that's the Sanctuary. Let's not forget about the
Creative Soul House.
It's the best one right now.
Right.
They got it right now.
Right.
The showcase scene, I think, is thriving because people want to see high level poetry at the high level for an audience that's not like an audience who's just getting introduced to that. I think the showcases are the best shows. I think the open mics are becoming incredibly oversaturated. It's a lot of open mics, but people need that. People need that. But I think like it just got to be the right people at the open mics, and more people need to go to workshops. There's not enough people going to the workshops.
That's a fact.
There's a reason why you're not ready for the showcase.
Yeah, and you got to work on your pen. You got to work on your pen.
Work.
Yeah,
I'm appreciating the influx of the workshops, because we were talking about this behind closed doors too. It's like, in a sense, we always teaching ourselves if we're not receiving no guidance and whatnot.
That's how that should.
The word, I appreciate that.
Word. Yeah. Like to go and point, you're making a lot of good points. I feel like slam is always going to be king due to the competition aspect, and I feel like the slam culture is more revered. Two people, like, all right, if he won a slam 3 years in a row, he's number one. But it's just like, what if that person knows how to cater to people? Versus somebody like me, on the other hand, it's like I'm writing my story out, and I want people to understand my story. So if you like it, that's how I'm gonna cater to you. I'm not trying to like look for your approval just like off the rip. You understand what I'm saying? And I do like a lot of showcases. Like you said, it's slam showcases, open mics too oversaturated, and then the workshops last. And could we count like one person shows
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like that's like a big
Like
thing
a
I'm starting to
showcase,
see. It's like a showcase thing, but yeah, that's something big I'm starting to see in the city too. A lot of people starting to do like one person shows, and that's pretty dope.
And I love that too. I love that. I like the one person shows. I think more people need to support those shows.
Shout out Storyteller.
Oh
Yeah.
Shout out Brittany Walker. Shout out King Kamiyera.
Facts.
Leah V.
Leah
had a great
V,
one.
facts. Shout out Leah V. Shout out Big V.
Yeah, I think it's great to see that because you really are betting on yourself. And for an audience to come out there and you know that you're the main reason they're coming out, that's a big deal, especially because you know you putting your own resources behind that and finding ways to make that happen.
Yeah.
Shout out to
And that's like a show of who really fucks with you or not. If you have a one person show, you're gonna really see like if all these people that's around saying, "Oh, I'm gonna support you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that," but you know we gonna find out what's what. So
Word, I ain't see a lot of people at my one person show, but it's I ain't mad.
talk
I ain't
about it.
mad.
saw me. Shit.
I ain't mad at the individuals
Nigga
who
saw
wasn't
me.
there. I ain't mad at the individuals who wasn't there.
Man, let's just talk
But
about
I know.
it. Dude, do we expect our friends to show up for all of our shows?
Nah.
Not all of them, but if you ask for one, I think they should.
Okay.
If it's like you had a bunch of shows in the year and then you stress to your friends like, "Yo, this the one that you should come to," and you tell them months before, it's no reason why. Life happens, sure, but don't call me a week before talking about, "Yo, I'm trying to go to this person concert," but when it's my show, you don't want to pop out. That shit is crazy.
Word.
I feel
I
like
don't
which
know.
friends is the question. You know what I mean? Is this friend interested in poetry or does like your poetry?
You don't even got to be interested. You just got to support your friend.
Right.
That's how I feel.
You know, as a poet for a long time, I got friends who like, "Yo, I love you, bro. We been friends for like 20-some years. Ain't never seen you perform." You know what I'm saying?
They fucking suck.
Yeah,
No offense.
I agree. Love them though. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, all right. I feel like I used to be like, damn, niggas don't pop out for me. But then I started looking at people that do pop out for me. You know what I mean? They genuinely want to see poetry. They are interested in the art form and whatnot. And it's like, I'd rather that than somebody who not even listening. You know what I mean? Probably talking in the corner.
Do you still invite them?
I stopped.
You stop.
I stopped talking to people.
You got to go back to inviting them. I feel like it ain't that. Like I think that sometimes that's wrong. Like I know for me, I'm guilty of that in my circle. Is like I don't tell people enough when I'm doing something. I just don't. Like certain people in my life, I don't put that pressure on them for them to come. I'm always doing something. I'm always doing a show. I can't expect you to come to every one. But like a big show, yeah, I'm probably gonna impact your credit score. Certain people I expect to see there, and certain people sometimes I got some friends who I didn't even personally invite them. I don't know how you found out about my show, and then when you show up there, it is like the best.
Yeah, that's the best feeling, bro.
ever.
Oh my god.
To have that feeling. So.
It's fire to see like the people who known you for a while, seeing you perform for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm good at this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
word.
Nah, I had to go see him. No, it's so good.
Yeah.
I got a lot of those.
That's
Got
a
you.
good feeling.
We talking really positively about the culture right now. Let's be real and let's talk about some criticism. So what are some critiques / issues?
I think y'all niggas be groupies. I think niggas be groupies. I think niggas. I feel like a nigga that pander.
Go into that more. What you
I
mean?
feel like a nigga that be. I feel like a nigga that be pandering to people is a fucking groupie. If you're not telling your story, it's be a lot of people that be like click hopping. So I don't know whose side you really on, and it's like it's weird.
What you mean by click hopping?
It's just like-
Ain't no
it's
real
like-
clicks in this poetry game.
It's true as clicks, but like, come on, bro. Like we a click ourselves, right? But we fair people. We show everybody love.
My comment to that is these poets not your friends, man. Respectfully, I don't, and I get along with a lot of people out here. I don't really have no enemies out here. But y'all not my friends. I gotta say that respectfully. Like I don't expect y'all to be at my shows if y'all not there. I don't feel no kind of way if y'all not there. Most times they only hitting me up if they can either get on the mic or they looking for a feature.
Pause.
Yeah. Pause. Yeah. Y'all not my friends. It's okay. I don't expect that. We are colleagues. A lot of us we just work together.
Poets are
And
weirdos.
understanding that like I've worked in enough industries to know that's like, all right, I'm not here to look for problems with coworkers.
Yeah.
You work on the 9th floor, I work on the 10th or 11th floor. When I see you, it's good morning, good afternoon, how you doing, whatever. If I gotta come downstairs and do something, I don't want to have no problems.
Yeah.
But we not friends. you're not invited to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. It's okay. It really is okay.
Niggas ain't my friends. I mean, if you ain't gang, you ain't gang. But like I like to say, like, yo, I'm kind to everybody. I treat everybody respectfully and whatnot. And I would like equal treatment. But to piggyback off what I said earlier about like liking the evolution of the art form, I also am very annoyed by niggas who don't make sense. They in their poems they say a bunch of words. Even if you're not like being all lyrical using any particular device, I feel like I should know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this poem is this about the clouds? Shout out my boy Cloud. Is it about the clouds? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like you talking about.
I know. All right, I know.
Don't tell me this poem is about a fucking desk and you talking about the sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? What about the contents in the desk? You feel me? What's on the desk? What you doing with the desk? You know, shit like that.
Yeah, poetry that don't make no sense is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we writers, bro, and writers gotta read. Like words are our weapons and shit. So we gotta refine our hold on that word.
Yeah, that's a good segue into my issue. And I'm gonna try to talk about it without being too direct. I know I'm trying to be honest here.
Be direct.
One of my major beef with poetry is that we are the only genre that doesn't hold itself to a standard. And we're the only genre of art that like welcomes everybody without there being some kind of standard.
Yes.
We say so long as you write and get on a mic, you are a poet and you are worthy of the title poet and spoken word artist. And it bothers me that like we don't have a standard. Not to say that we are the gatekeepers of poetry or that who says what that standard is. I just think that there should be a standard.
So what you think the standard should be? Because that is interesting. Like, what do you think the standard should be?
I was going to say that. Like, it is a conundrum of, like, safe space versus standard.
Right.
You know what I mean? I understand poetry is also such a safe space for people, which is why you feel like, yo, we can't say that wasn't good.
Yeah.
And, you know, I unpopular opinion, I blame Erykah Badu, yo. When she was like, keep in mind, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you can't critique people's shit.
Yeah.
Like, what you mean?
Yeah.
Like, in hip-hop, if that shit is whack, somebody gonna say that shit is whack.
Garbage,
It's garbage.
Right.
I'll let y'all know, all the poets watching this, sorry to cut you off, when y'all performing, I'm critiquing the shit out of y'all.
I do feel like there is a sort of a standard, though. Like, all right, say with slam, for example, it's a low score. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the niggas who's winning, you know the niggas who usually make it to the second round and stuff like that. And then for the showcases, it's like, yo, you see the niggas who's getting featured. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see the niggas who's not getting featured.
Yeah.
Now I feel like, you know, back in the day it was a little harder. Like, we had to consistently like kill open mics month after month, week after week to be considered for the feature. You know what I'm saying?
That's the grind, though.
So I got a question for you, Hack. If you had to like arrange the hierarchy as to like we talked about the four things: the workshops, the open mic, the slam, and the showcase. What would be the order in which somebody should maneuver through that hierarchy?
Great question.
I'd say open mic first and foremost.
Open mic.
Yeah, and I'd say you go. Attend the showcases, but until you cash money, you're not gonna get a spot on the showcase. You know what I'm saying?
So you go to the open mic, then you go to the workshop.
Yeah,
I think you should slam before you go to a showcase. Because I think you need to be graded on how, you need to know how you measure. I never wanted to slam. But I had to step into some slams because it's the only place that they're gonna be honest with you.
That shit could kill your self-esteem, though.
But you don't think open mics?
But it's you gotta accept the honesty.
You think niggas are honest at open mics?
You said what?
You think niggas are honest at open mics?
Hell no, nobody.
But some people get more claps. Like you get the crowd reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very
the crowd reaction. Yo, stop it with the bullshit crowd reaction.
Go ahead.
Stop it.
Go ahead.
Stop with the bullshit crowd reactions. Y'all all came in to cheer y'all one friend. It's 13 of y'all. Cause support your friend. Support your friend.
Support
but
your friends.
You know what it is.
Okay.
And then I think that skews the whole crowd, because I could go up there and be spitting some fire.
Right.
But because of my people not in the room, I'm going to get the mediocre claps. Or I get the claps like, oh, he doing some new shit, let's listen.
Right.
Y'all listening. The minute y'all friend gets up there, they say some basic bars and you going crazy.
You always on my mind like shampoo.
Well, we're not saying that you can't be a first time poet and that you need to be great to be on an open mic. We're not saying that.
Nah.
Right. We're just saying that like you put in the work before you're asking to be featured, before you're asking.
That's a fact.
Or stay at the open mic level.
Right.
But don't ask to be featured if you didn't go through the steps. All right, take that open mic piece. If you really believe in your open mic piece, take it to a workshop and then try to build it to the point where maybe you could slam with it, maybe you take it to a showcase. And not every good open mic piece is a slam piece. Right. But if it's really good, it might be entertaining enough to do with a showcase. Right. Yeah. But I feel like that needs to at least be scoring sevens at the slam, at least score some sevens.
Because I know some poets that have been doing the same poems for like 12 years.
Oh. Let's talk about that.
We have to refine our skills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Write more poems.
Yeah. Okay.
Word.
Okay.
So I feel like the whole legendary poem bag. I think there's some poets that got legendary poems, and I don't know if they should still be doing the stuff from like
10 years ago.
Wait, are you saying there's a statute limitation on how long you can do a poem for?
I don't want to say there's a statute of limitation, but I feel like
you gotta push it, pen.
It's an expiration until you give me some new shit.
Yes.
Word.
Like you could perform the classic record.
Yeah.
Yes.
You perform the classic record.
Because Hov and everybody's still gonna perform the classic blueprint.
Right. If you got a hit poem, but what defines a hit poem?
Vanilla Ice gonna keep doing Ice Ice Baby. What happened after?
Right.
You understand? Like, where's more of the fire at? Ice Ice Baby was fire, but come on, like, you feel me?
My question for
challenge
you
yourself.
The same joint from Def Poetry? You doing the same joint from Def Poetry? I'm not mad at it because it's a hit poem. But that was 20 years ago.
You can add that in your set.
Yeah, you got to give me something that you've been working on recently.
Right.
I got to know if you still got that dog in you.
Right.
My question for like the people who stay with the hit poem, do you not think you could write something better? You know what I'm saying? Do you trust yourself?
I think niggas be having ghostwriters.
Damn. Who?
You know what?
Question about that. How long until that's acceptable in poetry?
Nah.
Never. You can't have somebody ghostwrite your poem. No way. Nah, you can't do that.
It's not acceptable.
Nah.
Like comedians have people write their jokes.
That's bad.
Yeah, but even with like, you can't say you them. You feel me? If you're doing that.
Yeah.
So if you go to enough workshops, right? If you go to enough workshops and you know some super slam poet is helping you, giving you certain bars that you need to put in your poem.
They not doing their job. They're not doing their job. If they
not giving you bars, they can't give you.
I don't know. I've heard things.
They not doing their job. They fucking you up. They neglecting you. They not being a good teacher. Not treating you like a good student.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
What you were saying, Monty?
I'm gonna say that for after the pod.
It's
gonna be an off the record conversation.
Bad.
And then you got the AI poets now.
And you got the AI.
Oh, it's getting spooky out here.
I know.
What's an AI poet?
I don't know.
They putting the concept into the AI or like whatever bars they got, and they like, yo, make this better for me. I seen some rappers. You know what I'm saying? Shame on you. I seen some rap. Shame on the poets that do it too. Crazy.
Is this an AI poet? Say if like you write a poem and then you be like, AI critique me.
Yeah,
that's an AI poet.
Or
is that like?
I don't think that's bad.
Not
like critique me. Tell me what you think could make this better.
Anybody could critique you, but like to rewrite the whole shit for you.
Nah, that's nasty.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's nasty. Gordo, what you think? You make faces.
Yo, I'm just saying, AR bars is nasty work. Nasty work.
That's not even.
And it's
real.
gonna compromise the other writers out here.
But is that really different than having a ghostwriter?
No, it's not.
No, I think it's worse.
That's a robot rider. Fuck the ghost rider.
It's worse.
That's even more disrespectful.
Robot rider.
Mechanical rider.
Yeah.
It's like you don't trust yourself, B.
Yeah.
You like you don't feel creative, original. You know what I'm saying? Like
you got Ultron bars.
Hello. Megazord bars.
Putting that joint into Jarvis.
Crazy. Let's do a little pivot. I'm gonna take a book out of the movie Brown Sugar.
Okay.
All right. We all poets, and I'm curious as to. It's gonna sound corny, but I'm gonna say no matter what. When did y'all fall in love with poetry, and how did that happen for you?
Start over there.
When did I fall in love with poetry? I had to be like 11 years old. This girl broke my heart. But
you have to be a girl with you, bro.
I know.
Every origin story for Heka, bro, start with a girl.
I'm just saying. We need inspiration. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get inspiration somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yo, his poetry still start like that.
PYT broke my heart. And I put some words together and whatnot, and I started to notice, like, after like my second or third one, I was like, damn, I need more words. And that's what made me fall in love with poetry. I started like listening and reading like to see how else I could put the words together.
Yeah.
What other words I could use, because like niggas know I love hip hop and rhyming and shit like that. I was like, care there, and I was like, fuck, I said there already. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a word.
That's fire. Well, girl ain't break my heart. Shout out to my friend Nia. BBM, y'all remember BBM? I'm that old. Word. Blackberry Messenger? Yeah. I'm that old. I was talking to her. She was like, you should start writing poems. So, like, I thought the Poetry Rapper Kit was the Poetry Starter Kit. I downloaded mad Tupac songs and was listening, because that was, like, the real poet I knew. Like, I was writing. I was super whack. Then, like, I went to college. I started writing again. I was whack and confident. But when I went to Albany, like the first time I ever performed was in 2016, and it went really well. I'm like, oh, I might got something with this. Though I was whack. I was whack as fuck. I was like, I might got something with this. Then I kept going and getting better. And then that's when I started falling in love, when I started getting better. And my stories from my real life, I was putting in my poetry. And then when the people in my real life would listen to it, they'll say, yo, you giving me goosebumps, bro. I got tears in my eyes because that shit's so real. So that's when I started falling in love with it.
I mean, I think it was hip hop first for me. I wasn't really into poetry like that. It was hip hop first. I think I fell in love with this during the process of doing it. If I'm gonna be 100% honest. Initially, I thought like, yo, this is therapeutic. It's fun. It's a way for me to like put some thoughts out there, and a lot of my relationship stuff was just me really exposing counter narratives of the life I was living at the time.
Yeah.
But eventually you write that piece that's very real to you, and then when people come up to you and feel that connectivity, I understand how the poetry was helping me therapeutically, helping me grow, helping me understand myself. And I could say that's kind of when I fell in love with poetry. I was probably like a year into doing this. Or,
What was the piece? Can you say the title of the piece? Like,
so there's two. There's a piece I wrote about my grandmother. I rarely ever perform it. That really helped me after my grandmother passed. And then there's a piece called BDE, Big Depression Energy. It's in my book. Don't Speak for Me. Go get that. It's on Amazon right now.
That's the DMX one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my shit. That's my favorite one. That's
I speak about my battle with depression.
How'd you fall in love with poetry?
For me, it was kind of organically too. Like the first time I ever wrote a poem, I was in high school, and some shorties asked me and my friend to be a part of the step team because there was this MLK competition coming up, and they wanted us to write a poem, one from Malcolm X's perspective and one from MLK's perspective.
Ooh, that's fire.
It's fire, but I'm like, I don't know nothing about no poetry, bro. Like I like hip hop, I like music, and I never looked at or read or performed a poem in my life. So I just go to YouTube, bro, and I type in poetry. And I feel like I just entered a whole portal, bro. Like that's when I found all these platforms. I found Deaf Poetry, bro. I found Strivers Row. That's fine. Yeah. I found this whole world of an art form that I felt was accessible to me. Like I can't wake up one day and have a voice. I can't just sing. I can't wake up one day and be a talented, painter or something like that. But something like a poet, I still took time, but it's a more accessible art form for me. And I just remember seeing poets that were like critiquing the world and talk about the things that I talk about in such a creative way. Yeah. And it made me want to do that.
That's fire.
So like that's what got me into it. And then when I went to college, bro, there was this cool open mic that met outside at a gazebo every Tuesday night from like 9 p.m. to like 1 in the morning. And it wasn't a school sanctioned organization. Like people just got up and met up and was outside until they got tired. Wow. And the light stayed on, and just a group of people just performing poetry. Some people rapping, some people singing, but it was like first time I got exposed to what the power of a art and poetry community could be like. And at that point it was a wrap, bro. Yeah. That's why I care so much about creating a community now. It's cause like that's what carried me through poetry. Yeah. And like I think I've done enough open mics maybe I could have done more showcases, but I'm at a point to where I just care about curating and carrying that energy of poetry, bro.
That's important.
Yo, I love that for you.
Yeah, that was
I'm gonna be
amazing.
real with you, Imani. I love your work and I don't hear you enough, bro.
Man.
Like I hate
Come
that, bro.
outside,
Like I
poet.
hate that for me. Like I hate that for me, yo.
You
Because
are
every
mad
time I
nice.
see you, I be like, damn,
This
bro,
nigga's mad
this
nice,
dude
bro.
is such a problem.
Yeah.
But you don't be putting your foot on people's neck like you supposed to.
Yeah.
Word.
Put your
I
foot on their
agree.
neck, man.
I agree.
I appreciate
I
you.
would like to
Put
see
your
you
foot
out
on their
more.
neck, bro. Put your foot
You're
on
doing the
their neck.
curating thing though, but I want to see you get busy a couple times.
People want to hear you. Word.
Rather that be a slam or a different showcase aside from Creative Soul House or
Yeah.
BMW for that matter or the Sanctuary.
Or even just
But,
videos.
you
and
get
shit.
busy.
But
Yeah, that too.
I gotta love the fact that you walking in your purpose in this space. Though.
Yeah, you
like,
are.
That you,
You
feel
are,
that
you are,
purpose,
you
and
are.
that's what, look, bro. When I watch you host the Sanctuary, it's an absolutely amazing thing to
Word.
watch.
Very charismatic.
Amazing.
Very charismatic.
I appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was sorry. I was doing
go ahead.
quickly. I was thinking earlier about why I don't perform that much, and this is gonna sound like I'm shitting on the poetry community, but it's just honest. Whenever I got to New York, bro, I had romanticized what being in New York would be like when it comes to poetry, bro. There were poets that I had heard that were on the scene that I thought would still be on the scene. They wasn't, and then not only were they not here, I didn't see a good number of poets of their caliber still on the scene. There was always some good poets here and there. There's still some good poets here and there. There are a lot of good poets. I'm not talking shit about the poets right now.
It's
I'm just
okay
saying
if you
that,
was.
That what I was expecting in terms of like seeing Carvers outside, seeing Miles outside, seeing all these like poets who really did their thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't happening, and it really kind of like deflated my excitement about being on the scene. Like, okay, well, I can go to open mic here and there, but I'm not seeing these type of poets that often.
But they're from a different generation though.
Yeah, you was damn near a decade late with that.
You are. We
I know, but at the very least,
the
I
new
feel like
people now.
there will be very clear successors, and I didn't know if
Yeah.
I felt like there was.
I don't think there were either.
You know what I'm saying?
This shit is complicated, man.
And it got to the point to where like, well, if I can't find them, I can create my own space and bring it back out.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what I just had to do.
you did.
Yeah.
True.
You brought some good people out. You bringing some good people out.
Appreciate it.
So I'd like to ask y'all, like, what has been your fondest poetry moment thus far?
That's a good question.
Damn.
I got a couple.
Leah V's Long Way Home Showcase, January
okay.
10th,
Yeah, yeah,
2026. That's also my birthday, turned 30 and whatnot.
Yeah,
Hey.
shout out
But
to later.
shoot, the great performances be my fondest poetry moments for real.
Pick one.
And like it was that one. I opened up for her. I might have been like the first poet on stage aside from her. And you can't catch it on the camera, but I'm hearing the ums and ums. I live for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you think I'm nice? You know what I'm saying? Like, you like that? You
like
know what
that?
I mean?
You want to say it again?
Well, I'll say it again. You know what I'm saying? Word.
That's off Broadway too. Talk.
You know what I mean?
Off
Triad
Broadway.
Theater.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Big dog.
Word.
Yo, congrats on that. And I love the fact that it was recent. So that let me know you still here for it.
Yeah.
Quinc.
I appreciate
As far as performances go, well, me and y'all was like a big moment in my poetry journey because like you guys, I'm not even being sweet. Pause. Like y'all dead ass my family or everybody. Yeah. But 2 performances. The Rose Garden joint we did. I felt like I was in rare form that day.
Yeah, I was
just
cooking.
You
purging and
was,
shit.
man. Too bad I
Word.
could smoke you on that.
You had on a camo joint? Yeah.
And I feel like I just did PNP King's Theater last year, right? Word.
November, yeah.
And I was in rare form. It started off slow though, like, cause I was just going so bar crazy. I had to like build it up. But once I got it, it was like, all right, they was fuck with me. That, yeah, me and Jayla, it's pretty cool. Me and all these good people, like, to make a community with. That's like my fondest moments here. You know.
What you got, Gordo?
Hard to not say the Apollo. That was like such a
big.
legendary night for me. That was a legendary night. Biggest
Was.
audience.
Yeah.
One man show was great.
Yes.
But I'm actually gonna say the one man show is hard to beat that. But like Heath Gallery last year,
Damn, that's special.
having all y'all,
Oh,
having
yeah.
modern poets, doing that
Oh, that was good.
at an art gallery in Harlem and really curating that show. I think that was the first time that I was like, yo, I kind of curated this well. I had no idea how it was gonna go, but the night was absolutely amazing. And then my first time out of town in Houston, being in Houston, meeting many dope poets in Houston. Shout out to UCJ, LJ Hamilton, Lero, Seven. I'm at Seven at Poetry Lounge.
Yeah.
So many amazing poets, and the love I got out there was crazy.
Yeah.
So definitely.
I used to get love out there a lot.
Yo, being from Texas, bro, Texas people love people from New York City, and so I hope you got the love that
Yeah, for sure.
I know usually comes your way.
It was a good time.
Got you. For me, before I say mine, I want to shout out some amazing moments that we've all experienced. I think King Kamiyera's show was
that was special.
Special, bro.
Yes.
Brittany Barker's show was
So mad I missed that, bro.
Bro.
I'm still mad I missed that.
Man.
Our Black Man Right was
Fire.
special.
That was fire.
Right.
BMW was fire.
Was done. You know,
BMW was fire.
We've been a part of some real
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
I think for me, it's honestly going to be the last Sanctuary I hosted.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for many reasons, but like y'all know how much I feel about Def Poetry and but like to have two poets that I saw in Def Poetry come and showcase, and to see what Trey G and Joel did to that room,
It was
crazy.
it really made me feel like I was walking in my purpose, and like, all right, there's many poets who are poeting today who have no idea who these people are, who have no idea about the great poetry that came before them, and they got a glimpse of that night.
Yeah.
It just felt nice to sit back and watch.
Yeah, that lived up to everything as advertised.
Word.
And I know like your lineup had some people that was supposed to be there and wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I know we had like the snowstorm that weekend.
Yeah, that was
Weather
was crazy.
Yeah.
But like
It's crazy.
we had an amazing turnout. It was an amazing turnout for you.
Yeah.
And then those poets, man, just
Amazing.
oh my
They did
God.
the damn thing.
You ain't messed with the show yet?
Man.
Nah,
They ain't mess with the
facts.
Sanctuary
If y'all ain't coming to the sanctuary, y'all don't love poetry.
Yeah, not even
Y'all
being
love
biased.
poetry.
Not even being biased. If y'all want to see real poetry, like on some underground level type of poetry, y'all got to come to the Sanctuary. It's amazing.
I mean-
and I praise underground. We all want to go mainstream, but underground is like, it's not for the glitz and glamour. It's just like lyricists doing what they got to do, like you said about skill.
The dope poets open mic too. Word.
Not for
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, that
The
too.
dope poets got New York City in the chokehold right in the chokehold right
I'm
now.
working on
It's a
my
lyricist, dog.
And I want to say that to the like, wherever this podcast is gonna go, because there's poets who are across the country.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
The dope poets have New York City in a chokehold.
That's a fact,
I don't
bro.
care who you are.
That's a
'Cause
fact.
he's hosting the Sanctuary. Brittany Barker hosts Creative Soul House, Creative Slam. He hosts those slams too.
Yeah.
Heka hosts the Dope Poets open mic.
That's a fact.
I host an evening with storytellers. King Kamiyera hosts
Man.
Too Much. and
Yeah,
Extra. Lady K
Host
is
everything.
Still the,
Everything.
Yeah, she's still the top host in the city.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is
just-
it's absolutely crazy, and understand that if
We
you come to
outside.
New York City and want a platform, you probably got to talk to one of us. Man.
Yeah.
Nah,
We
that's
gatekeeping.
Nah, we
ain't
not.
gatekeeping.
Hold it down. No gatekeeping, but like it's a conversation. Tap in.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. All right, we gonna wrap up soon.
Hell yeah.
Let me ask y'all who is one of your favorite poets who's poeting right now?
Hard for me to not say. Do I get to say a dope poet out here?
Yeah, you say the poet.
Brittany Barker, yo. I'm standing on Brittany Barker in any room, yo. I'm picking Brittany Barker in every room. But if I had to not pick Brittany Barker, outside of New York, 2 Kid Slim.
I actually don't know who that.
Yo, shout out 2Kid, yo.
Where's he from? St. Louis?
St. Louis, shout out
Yo,
2Kid.
shout out
I met her
2Kid
in
Slim.
Houston.
Shout out 2Kid
Shout out
Slim,
2Kid.
yo. Shout out 2Kid Slim.
Word. Shit. That was a really good one. I don't want to say my peoples. Y'all my peoples. Misspoken my peoples. I think I still got to go with Black Chakra.
Yeah.
Still. Shout out Shay the Poet, too. Shay the Poet is ill. I haven't seen her in a while, though. She's like adulting and whatnot. But Black Chakra is like super ill. And one of my best memories was meeting Black Chakra.
Word.
He was so down to earth. For him to be that dope, he was so down to earth and welcoming to us and whatnot. So
I'm gonna say a new poet on the scene the last couple of years. He's part of the 2025 freshman class. My boy Jade, Mr. Duval.
Ooh.
Witty as hell.
Ooh, shout out
Creative as
Jay.
hell, yo.
Shout out Mr.
And he's an
Duval.
example of someone who's like been putting in the work. Like,
Oh, yeah.
there is not an open mic he ain't been to.
Yeah.
I seen him at the workshops too.
He thirsty.
I feel like he's
And he
He's
always
starving.
right.
He's doing it right.
Always got something new. He'll hit me like, yo, heck, I wrote something new. I'm like,
He's
say no
starving.
more. We just having a cipher for like a good 20 minutes or whatever.
Fire.
yeah.
Word.
Fire.
Imani.
Man, it's hard for me, bro, to really pick one. And I'm gonna try to not be one of us though.
Yeah,
that's too
It's
easy.
too easy.
Yeah, that's too easy, bro.
I don't want to just say any name, bro, because I feel like I want to stand behind this person. You know, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go with Chev.
Chev. Yeah, Chev is amazing.
I like
Champion.
Chef is really
That
good.
was amazing. Shout out to the world.
Chef
world
is really good.
World Slam Champion Chef.
Yeah.
2024? 2024?
Yeah.
He been killing since I first met him, like 2019. Like,
Yeah.
he been that nigga.
Yeah.
Word.
Another cool soul too.
Yeah.
Nigga, man, super cool, down to earth. We highlighting people being cool and down to earth because, like, when a poet is nice, they often be an asshole sometimes. But like, we shouting out the cool poets, and I ain't gonna say nobody. Y'all know who I'm talking about too. I ain't
I don't
gonna
know
say
who
names
he's talking about.
because we got a little bit of time left.
Don't
But
tell me those lies about we know who he's
we know who we talking about too.
I
But
don't know who
it's alright. It's alright.
You tripping.
Let's end with this. First of all, any upcoming shows or anything anybody wants to promote?
An Evening with Storytellers is happening this Sunday, February 15th.
Okay.
My features this month are Marquise
Shout out to Marquise.
and Jerry Ray.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
sounds amazing.
A lot of times that show is the only time you're gonna see me performing in New York City unless I'm on one of these platforms.
Yeah.
These days.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? I stay busy. So,
That's right.
monthly
poets.
show, An Evening with Storytellers.
Yeah, Dope Poets Open Mic, that's February 18th. The one after that is March 18th, every third Wednesday and whatnot.
Yeah.
Pop out, word.
I don't have nothing coming up. I'm working on my album. And
go.
I've been working a lot. And when I come out, I'm leaning into my horror bag, my Ryan Coogler bag, my Jordan Peele bag. So I hope y'all get what I'm doing. But if y'all don't, I'm just doing me regardless.
Horrorcore poetry?
Horrorcore.
Horrorcore poet, is that a thing?
Nah.
Apocalypse.
I ain't heard about it.
Coin it, bro. I can't stand you, Hank.
Apocalypse.
Coin it,
You
bro.
good with the name?
He the one that's writing it.
Yeah.
You be coming up with words like Noriega.
Hell yeah. Word.
Shirt's coming soon. We gonna
I
talk
just-
about it.
Yo, please.
Yeah.
I just hope people respect my freedom of expression, you know, and I'm gonna do a lot with like my new alter ego and everything, but it's a message behind it. I hope you catch it, you know. So
Cool.
Don't give them a choice but to respect it.
that's right.
Facts. I'm a shout out for Brittany. We got Friday Night Soul coming up on the 27th. I think, God willing, there's going to be some poets that was at the Sanctuary. There's going to be that lineup too. So 27th, follow Creator Soul House for the more details. For the Sanctuary, we got a cipher coming up. And this actually goes back to our conversation about community. The cipher is basically free.
Yeah.
And like, you've been to a couple of them.
Yeah,
You've been
like
to a
the
couple of them too. It's like no one really shows up to an event just to kick it with poets, and like there's no stage, there's no video. But I don't care because I feel like I've had some great conversations at these ciphers.
You have.
We've shared some new work. So yeah, Sanctuary Cipher. So it's separate from the showcase. I host a cipher every other month, and that's just pretty much a space to come, kick it with poets, chop it up, share new work, and be in actual community with folks.
Come on.
That's February 20th. That's next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. And then the next Sanctuary is going to be the 20th of March.
March 20th.
March 20th.
I want to add on as to why I love Decipher, because we don't have like normally, you know, we on the mic, we performing and stuff like that. You move on to the next poet.
Yeah.
We have conversations. What inspired that? You know, with the room.
Yeah.
What inspired that? How you feel about that? This and that. And I think that like that's an ill bonding experience for everybody in the room.
It just bothers me that people only show up to events if they're going to be on the stage, and it's like,
Yeah.
it don't gotta be like that. And I question your integrity as a poet if that's the only kind of stuff you show up to.
The community's not real, bro. It's not real.
These niggas
And
is
you know what?
geeks.
You know what inspired the cipher too? The very first link up we had, that was before the first Sanctuary with the Modern Poets.
Oh yeah. That was
Oh
amazing.
yeah,
That was
that shit was fire. I came late. Pause.
I know.
Word, bro. I came late, but that shit was still amazing when I got there.
Man, I want to capture that energy, bro, and recreate it as much as I can.
Yeah, that was hard.
Damn.
Major shout out to the modern poets.
Major shout out. Sage,
okay.
Marcus, Michelle, Laney, right? Italy. Am I naming too much people?
I don't even.
Shout
I
out
don't even
all of
know
them. Shout out all y'all motherfuckers.
They collective.
I know
keep
it's Gene for sure.
Y'all dope.
I know it's
Shout out
Marcus, I know
Gene the
it's Jamal.
Machine.
Shout out Gene the Machine.
Shout out all y'all dope motherfuckers.
All right, here's our last question. You can answer either or. You can answer both. What's the best thing about being a poet? What's the worst thing about being a poet? For you.
For me, the best thing about being a poet is just being a lyricist and bending words and telling stories. The worst part, I walk down the street, somebody be like, yo, you do the poetry thing, let me hear a poem. I'll be like, nah, you gotta pay for that. Like, you know what I mean? But word.
Best thing is I got the gift of gab. Worst thing is I got the gift of gab.
Shit me.
They be like, yo, I can't trust you because you're so good with words. I'm like, that's not fair.
That's not
You
fair.
know what I'm saying? Like, we supposed to talk, ain't we? Word.
Yeah, I mean the best thing is to turn talking shit into art. I love my ability to do
too.
that. The worst thing is that people expect me to always say things in a beautiful way.
Right.
And if that's the case, I'm no poet. I'm
Performative.
still a dude from Brooklyn, and I might say things that rub you the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm sorry, respectfully.
Hello.
Every time there's a toast, there's a poet in the room. Yo,
Yeah,
I
make it say so.
Nah,
You should be
That's not
better
how it
with
go.
your words. You a poet, right?
yeah. No, it's not that.
Man.
I'll say that the best things are, I think the great moments in poetry are just special. And the best part about being a poet is being a part of those great moments. I'll say the worst or the hardest thing for me about being a poet is maneuvering through the evolution of poetry. Like just trying not to hold on to the past, trying to embrace the present. It's really hard when like you've been doing poetry for a long time or around poetry for a long time. Kind of like seeing some of your favorite, basketball players retire. Like,
Right,
what does
right,
the
right,
league
right.
look like without Braun? What is it going to look like without KD?
Right,
And like having gone through that with poetry is hard.
Yeah, that's such a thoughtful answer. Man.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Imani's very intelligent.
Very intelligent.
I
Intellectual.
want to add on to what you said because,
Go ahead.
like you said, you had romanticized like what the city was going to be like, bro. Like they, like say the Strivers Row for example, they just vanished. Like being here, like they just vanished. I'm like, all right, when we get new poems, the page. Like it just stopped working. Like randomly, like 2015. Now let's say you was keeping up with them for like 3-4 years. They posted new poems. They new events and shit. That shit just stopped, and you're like, all right, what do I do now?
I hate when that happens.
Word.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like that's tough because I'm sure that they have gone to live the lives that they want to lead.
Right.
I don't know how many years I have to give to poetry, so I want to give it the most while I'm actually doing
Right.
this
I agree
because,
with you.
I'm probably a phone call away from being like, sorry.
Come on.
And I think that that's tough because I know some of them have gone on to Broadway and things
Right.
of that nature. When people look at the New York City poetry scene and feel this way about New York City, please understand all the other outlets people might have being in New York City. So
Right.
some of the best writers, they writing for Broadway or maybe they're writing for movies or television,
Writing
and then
novels,
they don't
whatever.
have time to give to this poetry art form no more.
Yeah.
We miss you though.
We do miss you.
Word.
I think that's the key. We miss them. We miss them.
All right, with that said, we have come to the end of our first episode with the Poetry.
Clap it up. We did it, y'all.
Dopest.
We're going to do 100 more episodes, man.
Hey,
Shout out to my apparel sponsor, Route to Brooklyn.
yeah, shout out. Hey, I'll be say, what do we say at the dope open mic? We got one rule is be dope. What do you say? You
What
close
you
us
say?
out with that.
You close us out
We
with
got one rule, y'all. Be dope.
Be dope.
Stay dope.
Stay
Word is
dope.
born.
Word is born.
With that said, we out, y'all.
Peace.